Okay, guys. So tonight, you can grab a pillow. Lisa didn't say that if you need something for your head, just as you move through. But I'm going to encourage you to be in your most surrendering place, right? Tonight is definitely an unwinding kind of flow. So really surrender yourself and just kind of allowing yourself to be in that mode. Yes, we're going to move, but I offer that's the energy that I'm coming from tonight. So please, I offer for you to join me in that. Let's see, how about we just start with a collective breath for a second, all right? Making yourself comfortable, which you both look like you are right now. And this is just our moment to kind of really kind of just check in and just notice how we're really authentically showing up in our physical places today. So I'm just going to be quiet and just allow us to have that moment of really seeing where are we in our bodies tonight. And then I ask you to bring yourself back to the space. And then from here, how about we lie down? So I want you to lie down on your back. And I want you, as you're lying down on your back, to almost think of there's a partnership between you and the floor, right? So asking you to just surrender yourself into the floor, you giving your energy into the floor, and then receiving the support from the floor as you're there. And then from here, we'll start the journey a little bit with some movement. So I want you to have your feet flat on the floor, still trying to be in that surrendering place. Yep. And even as we go, can you both see your camera like without getting up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I offer that we put the camera in a place because so as we move through together, then if you need to see me, you can still be in this idea of surrender and flow without having to mess with your camera. So we're glad that we can all do that. And let me know if for some reason you cannot see me, or that if I need to be louder as I move through. I'm just going to mute us. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Thumbs up. Perfect. All right. So now from here, I want you to just kind of lie down on your back, feet flat. You can take the leg that's on the outside or the leg that's closest to your camera, and I want you to just bring it up towards your chest. And then you're going to take your hands and you're going to just place them on your thigh or on the top of your knee. And I want you to just kind of give a little bit of pressure, just a little bit, as if you're helping that leg kind of drop down into the socket. And now I want you to almost think about your leg as being like a spoon and like cold honey. And you're going to really just kind of let it, you know how as the honey is hard to stir a little bit. You're going to add a little pressure and you're just going to stir the leg bone in the socket, making a nice little circle. So you're adding pressure to that. You're going to circle the leg, still from that idea of allowing your body just to kind of surrender into the floor. And then we're going to reverse that circle. So just go in the other direction, whichever direction you were going in. Still allowing or applying just a little bit of pressure, just enough to drop the leg bone or the femur in the socket. And then you're going to finish that last circle. I want you to just bring your knee in towards your chest as far as it's ready to go. And then you're going to bring that leg down. And then go right from there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can bring that other leg into your chest. You're going to take your hands, put it on top of the thigh, still giving just a little pressure. And you're just gonna go with a nice little leg circle. Driving it in and around. Now you know what you're doing on this side. See if you can invite your body to rest even deeper into the floor. And then we're gonna reverse the circle. Inviting breath into the body. Inviting a place of surrender. And then once you finish your last circle or this next circle, I want you to pull your leg a little bit closer into your chest. And then you're gonna place the leg down. Good. And then you're gonna bring one leg up. Just let it fold to the back of the socket. And then you're gonna bring the other leg up to join it. So you're really just allowing your legs to just drop towards your chest. And then from here, you're gonna take your arms up. So you're letting your palms be in line with your shoulders. Yep. And you're gonna let your arms just kind of go over your head. Nice reaching it back. As your arms are over your head, you're inviting your body to really melt deeper into the floor. And you're gonna bring your arms back up where your palms are in line with your shoulders. We're gonna just do that just a few times, okay? So your arms are going back over your head, reaching it out. Ribs are trying to drop and surrender into the floor, pelvis is as well, and then bring the arms up. And now we're gonna make it go just a little bit faster with our pace. We're gonna go back, opening your armpits up towards the ceiling, and then bringing your arms back up so they're back over the shoulders. One more time. Arms go over your head, and then coming back up. And now we're gonna change the action of the arms just a bit. So the arms are gonna go over your head. And now this time, what if you bend your elbows and thought about your elbows coming towards your thighs, trying to touch the top of your thighs. And then you're gonna extend them back out. So bending the elbows, elbows touch the thighs, or the top of the knees if they reach. And then extending them back out. And while you're doing this, you're checking out that your head is into the floor, the back of your ribs are into the floor, even your lower back and pelvis. And then back away. We're gonna do that one more time. And bring the arms in and knees where elbows touch the top of the thigh. And then come back out. Now we're gonna invite our torsos to kind of join us. So this time as our arms are coming down to touch our thighs, we're just gonna soften through our chest and we're gonna curl up. So as if we're like rounding like a ball. And then we're gonna peel our bodies back down. And then take our arms back over our head. That's what we're doing. You're gonna do that 3 more times. So you're gonna curl up as you bring your elbows in towards your thighs. And then peel the body back down. Twice more. And invite breath into your body. Curling up, elbows. Touch the tops of those thighs. See if you can curl up a little bit more. And then peel down. One more time. And curl it up. Good. This time we're going to stay here. Really try to touch your elbows into your thighs. Be sure your chin is folded towards your chest without it dropping into it, but your head is trying to be parallel to the floor as much as you can. From here, we're going to have both ends try to reach away. So your knees are going to stay bent, but you're just going to let them extend out as you go back. And then we're just going to kind of curl back up, bringing both ends towards each other to come back in. That's what we're doing. So you can meet me here. Here we go. And then we're going to go back together. So we're going to arc it away. And then exhale. Curl it up. Elbows and thighs come in together. We're going to do that twice more. Extend ourselves out. And then exhale. Bringing us in. Still surrendering our bodies down into the floor. One more time. Back. And then curling ourselves back up. Good. You're gonna now keep your elbows and your thighs together. This time we are just gonna fold over, so you're gonna rock onto your side, the side that's closest to the camera, to just face the camera. You're just gonna roll over, yep, almost like a dead bug. Exactly, I'm just moving back so you guys can see me. Now I ask you, if you need your pillow for your head, this would be a good time to use it if you don't wanna let your head just drop into the floor. Or you can use your underarm just a little bit to kind of put your head on it, or you can just be on the floor, right? Whichever of you're choosing. So you can put either your hand there, your pillow, or just let your head surrender into the floor, okay? So your legs are gonna be bent. The top arm, so you're gonna have palm to palm as you're here, okay? Arms are gonna be straight out in front of you, palm to palm, head is just resting, right? The top arm is gonna be our mover. So I want you to reach that top arm long and beyond the bottom. This is where you can really just let your head and body just go with you. So you're reaching it out, and then you're gonna bring it back. So the palms and palms come back together, and we're gonna do that again. So your fingertips can be spread. You're gonna reach them long against the floor, reaching them away. Head is nice and heavy into your pillow or your arm or your floor. And then you're gonna bring the body back or bring the hand back. So now you're palm to palm. Good. You can watch it once from here. We're gonna let that journey continue. So you're gonna let the hand go slide out as long as you want it to. The fingertips are then gonna go up towards the ceiling. Then the hand is gonna go further back. Its back is still comfortable. And then we're just gonna bring it back. Yep. Y'all look good. That's exactly what we're doing. Perfect. Let's do it again since we all did it together. So you're gonna reach it out. Fingertips go up. You're gonna let the arm go all the way back. It still have that energy of reaching as if it's getting pulled, almost like you're showing your armpit up towards the ceiling. And then you're gonna bring that hand back. And again, let it be palm to palm. Perfect. Now we're gonna invite our torso to go on that same journey with us. So the fingertips are gonna go out. They slide long, they go up towards the ceiling. Now as our arm opens almost towards that letter T, we're gonna invite our spine to melt into the floor. So now your sternum and chest is coming up, your hands are relatively at a letter T. And then from here, that top arm again is gonna start that journey back up towards the ceiling. And you're just gonna allow your body to go with it as you bring your hands back together. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. Here we go. Arms go out, fingertips go up. Now really invite your torso to really melt down into the floor. So it's like that underneath side is almost laying the foundation so that the top side can really melt into the floor. And then you're gonna bring the arm back. And then we're gonna pull it down. Good. If you guys wanna watch this one, feel free. But I think you guys got it, because now we're just gonna make a big circle on the floor. So I offer that your eyes and your hands kind of go together. So you're gonna reach it out. Instead of taking our arms up, we're gonna let it skim the floor. We're really reaching. I'm gonna speed through it just so you can see, but we're gonna go a little slower. And I want you to lift up, reaching, making a big circle on the floor, allowing that arm to go down and around, and then come back to where it started, okay? All right, let's try it together. So the top arm is still the initiator of the moving arm. So it's gonna slide long against the floor. It's gonna go up and over your head. You're really reaching, almost like the circumference of your circle got bigger and bigger. You're gonna let your eyes and your head, the upper chest go with you. And now you're gonna really peel your torso down to the floor as you let those arms go down and around. making a big circle. Once it gets down towards your hips, you're gonna just let it ride over your body and bring it back to that other arm, where we end up again, palm to palm. Let's just do that one more time. Here we go. Fingertips go long. You go up and out, reaching it away, peeling the body down, and then circle it back around, where you end up palm to palm. Good. Nice. And now it's like we need to add like a little insert, I think. So you're gonna go up to here, so you can watch it if you need to. Your arms are gonna circle back up towards your head. And it's like right as your arm got almost over your head, somebody press pause. And the top leg is gonna lengthen itself long and away. So the top leg is really gonna reach. We're just gonna do a couple things with the top leg. I can talk us through that. But then just bring it in and we'll bring it back in. I just want you to at least see where your arm kind of stops a little bit. And now we're gonna stop it, okay? So we have palm to palm. Here we go. So the fingertips are reaching beyond the bottom arm. It slides up on the floor like the beginning of that circle, where our hands are gonna be right, almost like it was about to go over our head. We're gonna stop right here, and you can even press that palm down into the floor. And now the top leg, I want it to slide out. So it's like that toe is really pulling so that top leg gets nice and straight, right? And we're gonna stay here, but you can keep it on the floor. Yeah, so that leg is even, that toe is still on the floor. Yep, you're just reaching it from right where it is. Yeah, so the top toe is down. It's like you're gonna slide it long against the floor, and you're making space between that top hip and that top rib. And then you're gonna bring that space back. So the leg slides against the floor. It's like somebody's pulling your leg away from your head. You're making space between the top rib and the top hip. You're reaching that top, the arm is still reaching. And now that top leg is just gonna move back into the back space. So it's like you're gonna kick something behind you. So you're gonna reach your leg back. It's still on the floor. All of this is your leg being on the floor. And then you bring that leg back forward. You're gonna do that one more time. It's reaching like somebody's pulling it away from your head. It slides on the floor, so the top of your thigh is moving, the top thigh is moving behind you towards your back wall. And then you're gonna bring that leg back forward all the way this time. You're gonna bend that knee, stacking the legs back on top of one another. And then it's like somebody pressed play and our arm starts that journey that we started. It just finishes that circle and it goes out and around. You're allowing your body to really melt down into the floor as your hands circle down and around. Good. And now we're gonna come back. Nice, y'all. That looks good. Take your time. And you're gonna come back to palm and palm. And then from here, we're just gonna peel ourselves off the floor just a bit and prop ourselves up. So now from here, that bottom arm is gonna be bent on the floor, right? And now this you could be kind of dropped into it, kind of like when we watch TV a little bit. But what I'm gonna offer is that you really push your palm and your forearm down into the floor and you think of lifting yourself up just a bit, okay? It's just gonna help protect your shoulders. So instead of dropping down into the arm, you're gonna push and you're gonna lift up, okay? So now from here, that top leg gets to straighten out again. So you still got the hips stacked on top of one another, but the leg is gonna reach out. The toe is still on the floor. The leg is still in that idea of surrender. And if you want to, you can bend that bottom leg up a little bit more and make it more like a 90-degree if you choose. You don't have to, you can leave it down there. But it tends to help me keep my hips stacked a little bit more. So from here, that bottom arm is pushing into the floor. I almost invite you to lift that bottom rib away from the floor as well. And now the top arm is gonna come up towards the ceiling. Good. From here, that idea of your eyes are gonna go with you. You're gonna now carve that top arm through and underneath the bottom as you really just spiral to kind of look towards your back wall as much as your body's ready for. Good. And then you're going to bring that arm back up towards the ceiling. Reaching it away. Check out that bottom rib. Did it drop down? See if you can push, lift it up again. Gonna do that one more time. Here we go. Carve the fingers through, up and underneath. Reaching it away. Lengthen that leg. See if you can get a little bit more space between that rib and that pelvis. And then you're gonna push down through that supporting arm as you bring the arm back up. Good. And then we're gonna bring that leg back in. So now we're back on our side, both hips are stacked. And then from here, we're just gonna push through that arm, we're gonna sit ourselves up. Did you guys lose me? Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I think something happened because I saw a glitch on the thing. So when your faces told me you couldn't see me anymore. Okay. So you're sitting here. Now we're just gonna move your rib cage just a bit. So you're just gonna go side to side, allowing the ribs to just kind of move in space. Yep. Almost, I don't know. It makes me think about like seaweed in the ocean. So you're just allowing your body to just feel the water and kind of come through. And then we're gonna let that kind of move a little bit more to a stop. And then you're gonna bring your arms up so that your palms are in line with your shoulders. So you're gonna reach your arms out to me. Your feet are gonna be flat because you're still gonna be sitting. So if you can bring your bottom leg down, perfect. And then from here, we're gonna take a journey with the spine. So from here, I want you to curl your tailbone. So you're gonna scoop, curl your pubic bone up towards your navel as you start to gently roll yourself back. Taking a little breath there. Hold where you are, and you're gonna curl, roll yourself back up. And lengthen your spine long. Good. So for this first part, we're only just going down to like the top of the sacrum or like the top of the lower back a little bit. Okay. So you're gonna really curl your pubic bone up towards your navel. You're gonna roll yourself back, really scooping, hollowing out. I almost let my arms continue to reach because it gives me a little opposition. And you're gonna take a breath. You're gonna curl, hollow out through the abdominals as you roll yourself back up to the sitting place. We're gonna do it one more time, last time. And curl pubic bone up towards your navel. You're gonna slowly peel your body back. Good. And then reaching your fingertips long to pull yourself back. All the way back up to a sitting body. And then from here, we're just gonna lie ourselves down because now we gotta do the other side. So you're gonna flip yourself over. And we're just gonna move through this second side since we kind of at least seen it before. So your head is down, your palm to palm, right? Your knees are bent. Knees are relatively at 90. They could be a little bit below, but that gives you at least a landmark, all right? The top arm is gonna be the moving arm first. So your palm to palm, top arm reaches long and beyond the bottom arm. So you're gonna reach it away. And then we're gonna bring it back. And you're gonna reach it long, spreading the fingers. And then bring it back. And now our arm for the next one is gonna move in space. So you're gonna reach the fingertips long beyond the bottom arm. Fingertips go up towards the ceiling. They're gonna carve themselves up and away. The top arm is gonna go all the way back. And then we're gonna bring it back in. Where you end up back palm to palm. Gonna do that one more time. And fingertips go up towards the ceiling. That then peels the arm back, really allowing your arm to just kind of hang in gravity. And then you're gonna bring it back. And now for this next one, we're gonna invite your torso to go for the journey. So here you go. Arms are gonna go up. They're gonna go out. As your arm kind of passes your head, you're gonna peel your spine down. So it's like you're melting your back down into the floor so that your sternum and chest is trying to see the ceiling. And then from here, you're gonna let that arm initiate you coming back up. And you fold yourself back down. Good, you're gonna do that one more time. And the arm is gonna go up, traveling in space. You're gonna peel your body down, really letting your rib cage, so that underneath side, what if it tried to get to the floor first? So then that top side, the foundation's already been laid for it to surrender as well. And then bring it back. And now we're gonna go right into that big circle on the floor, okay? So now the fingertips are gonna stay on the floor as much as they can. You're gonna go long and beyond the bottom arm. You go up, swing that circle up towards your head, allowing your eyes and chest to go with you. And then from here, you're gonna really melt your body down into the floor so that your chest ends up facing the ceiling. Your arm swings around, it moves through that letter T, and the fingertips are gonna go down towards your toes. And then we're gonna move it back through until your hand ends up back on top of the other one. Perfect, we're gonna go right into it again. So now reach the fingertips long. They go up and around. I encourage you to see it with your eyes and your chest, because that changes what your spine does. You're gonna reach your hands out and around. And then we come back in. Now this is where we add the little insert, right? So the palm is gonna come back where you end up palm to palm. And then from here, it's like we started at the third circle, but we stopped in the middle of it. So your arm is gonna reach long. It goes up over your head, almost like the apex of your circle there. Then that top leg, that top toe is gonna slide against the floor, and you're gonna lengthen that leg. You're still with the foot on the floor. And now the hip action gets to happen. So now you're gonna lengthen the hip away from that top rib cage as if somebody's pulling your toe away from your head. And then you're gonna bring the hip back up. The toe is still on the floor. Leg stays straight. So the leg is gonna get pulled away from your head, almost as if somebody was there and they're pulling you off the floor, but you don't really wanna go. And then you're gonna come back and do it one more time. So you're lengthening that toe long. The leg stays straight. Now from here, I encourage you to move from the top of your thigh. You're gonna push your leg back as if you're trying to touch the wall behind you. So you're pushing that leg back in space. And then you're gonna bring it forward just a bit, not quite all the way, but just a little bit more forward. And then you're gonna lengthen through the leg. You push the thigh back, moving it into space. Don't forget about that top arm. It's not moving, but it's still active. So the fingertips are still reaching. You're really inviting that whole top side to open. And then you're gonna bring the leg straight or bring it forward. Then you're gonna bend it in, stacking the legs back on top of one another. And then from here, we're gonna use that top arm to help us come up. And then we're gonna prop ourselves up so that that underneath palm and forearm is there. So you're gonna push your palm and your forearm down. It's tempting to hang back on your elbow. I'm gonna offer that we make another choice and let your weight go forward. So you really press your palm and your forearm there. So you push the floor away just to get your obliques and your rib cage a little bit more lifted off the floor. And now the top leg is gonna straighten. So now it's gonna go back out. Now we're gonna go for the carving. So your top arm is reaching up towards the ceiling, trying your best to keep your hips as stacked as you can make it. If it helps you to keep your legs stacked, you can bend that bottom leg up again to the 90-degree. If not, you can just leave it there, okay? So from here, push the floor away. You go in and out, carve yourself through. So that top arm is gonna go underneath the bottom arm as you spiral. And then you're gonna bring it back, reaching it away. See if you can get a little bit more length out of that top leg. So really try to pull it out. And then you're gonna roll, carve it through. and then bring it back. Last time, carve it through. And then bring it back. Lifting up through the arm. You're gonna bring that top leg, you're gonna stack it on top of the other one. Now you're gonna use that bottom arm to push ourselves up. All right? We're gonna do one more thing for our hips really quickly. Right? So now you can face forward. I'm gonna face forward for one, and then I may face the sideways for other, just so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So we're gonna now roll ourselves back. So now we have both arms kind of propping ourselves up. Now here's the trick with this one. We could kind of just hold here like we're watching TV, but this is where I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see the energy of my arms. Your arms, and actually let's have them really wide because you want to get the lower back and the back of the kidneys kind of down on the ground. And then this is where we change it so it doesn't get into our shoulders. We could hang out here, but I want you to push your palms down and you're gonna curl almost as if you were trying to pull yourself across the floor, but you just couldn't, all right? So you're gonna push your palms down and it's like you're trying to pull your pants out through your back pocket. So you're gonna put your hands in your pocket and you're gonna scoop just a bit. And that's just a way for us to keep our bodies round, right? And then your legs, now I'm gonna turn this way just so you can see my legs. Your legs are gonna be straight. So you straighten your legs out. You're pushing your palm and your forearm into the floor, but you're really curling as you move. From here, you're gonna let your feet just trail on the floor. You're gonna bend your knees up, as if your knees were coming in towards over your hip. And then you're gonna butterfly the legs open, so they're gonna go out to the side. And then you're gonna let them slide back out. If you're feeling spicy, you can lift your legs up, but you don't have to. You can keep your toes kind of trailing the floor always. So you're gonna scoop through the belly as you let your knees come up towards your hips or towards your hip joint. You're gonna open the legs, butterfly them away, and you're gonna slide them back out. You're gonna do that one more time. So scoop through the belly. You're pushing your hands down, curl your spine a little bit more each time you pull your legs in and up. You're gonna turn the legs out, and then you're gonna slide them back, making a nice little star shape. And now from here, we're gonna reverse that. So you're gonna let the knees go to the side of the room first, pressing down through your hands, scooping through your belly. Then you're gonna bring your knees to face the ceiling as the legs come together, and then you're gonna let them slide back out so they're nice and long. Good, it's like you slid your legs out so much that the only thing they could do was spiral in the socket so that the knees go out to the side. And then they're gonna come, inner thighs are gonna work to pull the legs together. And then we're gonna slide them back out. And then from here, you're just gonna peel your bodies all the way back down to the floor. And just let your body rest right in there. All right, last thing, because I want to get some hamstring in there for you. So you are going to have your hands back out to the letter T for me, right? So your feet are going to be bent. Your knees are going to be bent. Feet are going to be flat on the floor, all right? Still go with the leg that's closest to the camera. You're going to fold that knee in towards your chest. One more time. Good. From here, I want you to straighten that leg up, and you're gonna flex through the foot. So you're gonna try your best to send your heels up towards the ceiling. And the way we get the best hamstring stretch is tempting to lift our butt up off the floor, but you wanna think of your pelvis really anchoring down. So that way your hamstring is really stretching from the 2 points, right? And your arms are out at the letter T, palms can face the ceiling. From here, keep reaching through that heel. You're gonna take that leg just slightly across the body, just a little bit first. And then you're gonna bring it back. So you're still reaching through your heel, you're still allowing your spine to drop into the floor. You're gonna cross that leg over the midline, a little bit more this time. And then you're gonna bring it back. And then this time, let's see, how far can you go? Can you cross that leg over? If you have it available, think about that heel trying to touch the hand of the other side. So you can really cross it over And allow that heel to reach for that opposite hand. Or you can go as far as your body's ready for it and just let gravity help you just hold it there. You're gonna take a nice big breath into that side. And then let's have that leg float itself back up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna bend the leg in. And then let's place it down. We're just gonna easily do the other side. Okay, so the leg that's away from the camera, you're just gonna fold it in towards your chest. From here, you're gonna let that heel start the leg reaching up towards the ceiling. So you're really reaching the heel. It's tempting to just pull back on the toe, but I want you to really think about reaching through that heel because that's the real point of where the hamstrings kind of go broke down to. And that hip is gonna be nice and steady and anchored into the floor. Now we take the leg, you cross it a little bit over the midline. Ooh, I'm gonna say thank you for saying hamstrings because apparently mine are tight. And then we're gonna come back and check out our bodies. Can they surrender into the floor a little bit more? And you're gonna cross it across the midline, reaching that heel long so you can go a little bit further than you did the first time. And then bringing it back, peeling your body down into the floor. And this time we're gonna go as far as your body's ready for. If you can, try to reach that top heel towards the opposite hand. Maybe it makes it, maybe it's not, but just go where your body's ready for and just see if you can hang in that area, wherever it is. So if you can go all the way down because you can let your body just fold over there, go for it. See if you can hang it there and breathe. The palms are still facing up towards the ceiling. See if you have that opposite shoulder. See if you have it down on the floor. Can you ask your ribs, can they surrender towards the floor a little bit more? And then you're gonna bring the leg up, peeling the body down. Gonna bring that leg into the chest, placing it away. Good, and then from here, we're just gonna kind of roll towards the camera. We're gonna push ourselves up. Gonna sit on your tush for just a second. Legs can be in or out, wherever your body is, so that you can really sit. We're just gonna do one more little thing. You're just gonna take your right arm up towards the ceiling, and you're just gonna kind of go up and over. I know I lost you, but you were moving, and I could see your parts. So I'm glad you turned on the light so I can see your face. So you're gonna go up and over, reaching it away. So you're just on a side bend. So your chest is still facing forward, your shoulders are still facing forward as well. And you just kind of go up and over towards that left side. And then what if you kind of push through the left hand to lift your weight back up? And now the left arm finds its way towards the ceiling, and you go up and over, allowing the left rib cage to rainbow towards the ceiling. And now we make the right arm and the right side have to work a little bit by pushing it into the floor to lift us up. And we're gonna go up and over one more time. And your legs now, they can be straight if they're ready to be. And then come back up, pushing the floor away, go up and over, taking it away. And now this time, instead of us going up and over, we're gonna curl our bodies, our torsos up and over our thighs, or in the middle of our thighs. You can take your hands, if your hamstrings are ready, they can grab your feet. If they're not, they can grab your ankle or your shin, wherever your body is. We're gonna do one last little wave. Starting from the tailbone, you're gonna slowly just curl yourself back up to upright. And then from here, you're just gonna bend your knees or sit comfortably wherever you are. And I want us to do just one more little noticing breath. Just take a second and just notice where your body is now. Let's do a collective inhale Breathe in on your belly, really expand. And just exhale. You can even exhale with a sigh. One more time. Big inhale. And then just exhale. Good. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed. Good job, ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's stop our recording.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.